Hey friends, and welcome back to Coffee and Confessions with Malia. Today is a beautiful day outside. In fact, it's actually a really nice beach day, and if I lived at a beach or near a beach, I totally would be at the beach today. Unfortunately, I don't, and it's like a 4.5-hour drive from here. Growing up in Hawaii, like seriously, you totally take that for granted. Those beach days, those quick drives to some of the most beautiful beaches that you've ever seen. Anyway, today I am back at it with my most favorite coffee so far. It is absolutely my coffee addiction. It is Starbucks cold brew salted cream cold foam, and let me tell you, it took me forever to master that title. Like, I seriously would butcher it, and now that I've ordered it enough times, yeah, it's a great thing. And what's even better is my Otis works at Starbucks, so we get a discount. It's the little things in life that make you happy. So today's topic is about what my blog is about this week, and it's P is for petty. Yes, petty. And I know, like, how many times do you have those moments where, oh my gosh, you just want to be petty? Whether it's banging somebody back with their cart that banged you accidentally in the store, whether it's tripping somebody as they walk past because, oh my gosh, they were so irritating. Things like that. Like, yeah, I will totally admit that there are times when I want to be petty. And I can think of all the things that I want to do to these people. I generally don't act on it, especially these little nuisances that tend to make you act petty or think of all those things that you could do. The bigger issues, well, that's different. I'll totally go head to head with you on that. But the little things, you know what they say, right? Don't sweat the small stuff. For me, seriously, as much as I don't try to act on my pettiness, yeah, that saying is not so much for me. In fact, a few years ago, actually more than a few years ago, like maybe like 10-ish years ago, someone gave me a book. That book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And I was like, do I need to be offended? Like, are you trying to tell me that I sweat the small stuff, that I get easily offended? What? But anyway, needless to say, I didn't read it because I guess I sweat the small stuff. But that's not even really, we'll not even go there. But pettiness, yeah. Like, P is definitely for petty. There's so many times that you want to be petty for mom life. I mean, how many times have your children come home and they were like, so-and-so was mean to me. So-and-so did this to me. I didn't get this because this and this and this. And, you know, you can just, whatever scenario plays out in your house, think back. I know personally there are times where I'm just like, well, I'm just going to go call mom out. I'm just going to go tell the teacher off. I'm just going to, and then you play your own scenarios in your mind. And then it becomes a struggle, like, because you want to fight those battles for your children, which then brings me back to another blog of mine's where you have to choose your battles. But it's a mom struggle. Like, when do you stop and let them go and just be like, oh no, you have to not sweat the small stuff, you have to let it go? And when do you sit there going, stand up for yourself, defend yourself, don't let them talk to you like that, don't let them treat you like that? It's the balance. It's pretty hard to do. In fact, like I said, it's a mom struggle. I struggle with it all the time because, yeah, I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want my children to have to deal with that. Or even, how about the people who don't like you? They don't know you. They've never met you, but they've listened to the stories that other people have said. They've built their own conclusions and their own opinions of you, and you haven't even met them. What do you want to do? My first thought is, well, if you're going to think I'm like that, guess what? I'm going to act just like that to you. I'm going to treat you exactly how you think I treat everybody. Petty? Just a little bit. But seriously, who doesn't want to do that? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If you're gonna think that I am a certain way, I'm gonna be that certain way, and I'm probably gonna be better at it than what you imagined. I know. Petty much, Malia? Lots. Do you remember that WWJD thing going on? What would Jesus do? I remember that. Like, everyone was sporting the bracelets, they had the bumper stickers, they wrote it everywhere, they talked about it all the time. I mean, if hashtags were a thing back then, everyone would be hashtagging WWJD, because what would Jesus do? And I had to think about it. Like, seriously, first of all, Jesus wouldn't be petty because, you know, he's the Son of God and all, and he's above that, and he wouldn't take offense to the things that people say. And so what would Jesus do? He would walk away. But he's the Son of God, and he's perfect. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I don't walk away. Yeah. Sometimes I sit there and I think of all the petty things that I can do to you, although I don't necessarily always carry it out. But I think about it. Oh well, I'm not perfect. So I looked up pettiness in Urban Dictionary, and it talks about how basically we take these really small issues that are nothing really big, and we become childish and we make them big. I'm totally paraphrasing because I don't have it open in front of me and I can't remember what it said, but I remember childish. I definitely remember childish, and I thought, ouch. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess, right? If you're being petty and you're thinking of all the things that you want to do to somebody because they've offended you, that's a little bit childish. And so I guess everyone has their moments of being childish, being stubborn, because sometimes you just can't help it. So I'm here to tell you that, yes, every day is a struggle. Pettiness is real, and it's not so much how you perceive it, it's what you do with it, I should say. And what I mean by that is, I mean, yeah, you can be petty, but at the end of the day, what does it do? Does it make you feel better? Maybe for that small amount of time, but it doesn't help you accomplish anything. It doesn't make your life better. And so it's the perception, like, of that. And so we are not perfect people. We are being perfected in this life. And sometimes we do things that are less than stellar, like tripping somebody when they walk past you, or telling somebody off, or even flipping someone off while you're driving, because, oh my gosh, yes, road rage is a thing. It's a real thing. It's a struggle. I understand you if you got it. But yeah, it's okay to be petty at times. Just don't let it consume you. Don't let it take over your life. Don't let it become something bigger and then go from being petty to vindictive. Until next week, friends, I do encourage you to follow my blog. The link is listed below. Subscribe to my vlog weekly as we talk about struggles of life, mom struggles, and just being real. So until then, I hope you enjoy this beautiful day, and if you are somewhere near the beach, you are so lucky, and go get some sun for me. Bye friends, have a good week.